Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with StewiejP. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 10 American Heavy Tank, the T57 Heavy, the autoloader. This is the one that to get to, you generally have to go through a medium tech line with the T69 and the E1. And when you get to the end of the grind, you're rewarded with this beautiful T57 Heavy, the 4-shot autoloader with, it's got funny armour. It just seems to bounce shots, even though it's not a traditional heavy tank like the E100 might be, or the IS-7, or even the British. It just seems to have a bouncy turret which bounces shots and obviously dishes out the damage as well. This replay set to be by Drak from ASUS clan, and as I've said in his other replays, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and it's just a normal game on Himmelsdorf. He's platooning with his old mate Shaz from ASUS. Shaz has taken the hill in his bat chat. His or her, could be a girl I suppose, not sure. And look, XVM's been quite kind in this game. Has given him a 63% chance to win. And in some of the other replays that Drak sent me, he's been trying to get some missions done, and the mission that is in this replay has caused at least 4,000 damage to enemy heavy tanks, and the secondary condition is 5 kills. Now he's looked at the mini-map and you can see those E100s pushing through the banana road. Now they're in two of them are in a platoon, but it looks like all 3 of them have come through. Now even though the E100 is much more heavily armoured than the T57, Drak's doing the right thing here in trying to help stave them off. He only fired 3 out of his 4 shots, and then he's pulling back to reload. Probably regrets it because that E100 did fire just after he clicked his reload button, but he's already put 1,300 damage into that E100, and that is looking pretty good for that 4,000 hit points of damage to enemy vehicles. I'm not sure how far Drak is away from the Object 260, but this looks like a pretty good start. Now he's reloaded with 4 shells in his clip. Now the shells on this tank do about, I think it's about 400 damage. They do, yeah, 400 damage. And now he's loaded premium ammunition. He takes a shot from the IS-3, I think it was. Now it looks like the E100's reloaded, but he's got to help his mate, and he's looking at the cheeks of that E100. Now he's got the lower glaciers. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, and 4. Tracks him with the last shot, which is gives him a good opportunity to get out the way of that big gun as he's reloading. The E100 has fired, but he gets killed by the IS-3. The score is 4 apiece, and you can see the damage counter. Drak's already done 2,873 damage. All of that to heavy tanks. Now he's fully loaded now, and he's got to get rid of that T62A. Comes around and sees the E1, puts a couple of shots into it, and he's hoping that his mate in the bat chat behind him's got some more shells in the clip, because now he's reloading. And he did the right thing, trying to take the shot for the bat chat, knowing that he'd have a higher chance of bouncing the shell compared to Shaz in the bat chat, but Shaz unluckily was killed. Now he gets rid of the E1, and then with his next shot he gets rid of the IS-3, which had probably put his damage to heavy tanks up towards 3,000. Now it looks like both teams are starting to cap. He does a critical hit and a tracking shot into the Carnarvon, which stops the enemy team from capping. It looks like the Carnarvon is facing the other way for some reason, so he's desperately trying to get his reload happening, so he should be able to. He's just loaded standard ammunition now, because that's all he should need to kill this Carnarvon. Lucky bounce takes him down to 26 hit points. That must be so frustrating, especially when you got the 20 odd second reload. But he's done over 6,000 damage now. I reckon he's done his mission, because that was another 1,200 damage. I think he was up to 3,000 damage to heavy tanks, and then he did 1,200 into the Carnarvon. There's still another E100 to take care of here, but before he does that, he's going to kill the Carnarvon, and he's hoping to kill that T54 as well, but someone else kills the T54 and the E100, and that's about all she wrote, I think, for Drak in his T57 heavy tank, the awesome autoloader Tier 8 American heavy tank, as his team ends up capturing the flag. And we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results. You can see he's picked up an ace tanker for that performance, as well as a high caliber. He did an absolute shitload of damage there. 7,068 damage, 3 kills, 1,226 base experience. Now let's having a look at the damage that he did. He did 1,300 to that E100. Another 300 makes 1,600 damage. Another 50, that's 3,000 damage. Yeah, he would have. That would have been his mission, because he did over 1,000 damage to Carnarvon. So hopefully he gave that mission a red hot go. Old Drak on the way to getting an ace tanker and a high caliber in the T57 American heavy tank. Look at that, 7,000 damage, fired 23 shots, they all hit, and 19 of them did damage. There was a couple of tracking shots, which was a good thing when they were trying to cap and to keep the enemy in place, because his mates were coming around to help him. So that's why he got the 1,300 spotting damage. It wasn't really spotting damage, it would have been that tracking damage. And not a bad profit, even though it's a premium account. 26,500 net profit on a tier 10, especially when he fired a little bit of premium ammunition. That's not a bad result at all. Thanks very much, Drak from Anzaf Clan, for that replay. Very entertaining game, and all the best with your missions as well. It looks like you're really starting to tear through them. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you all next time.